situation, because so much of it when you get to the pro ranks is being able to handle all of the nerves and all the pressure that comes with racing in a stadium.
That's Grant Ransdell fighting his way around right now, the rider out of Miller, Georgia, on the Yamaha number 41. Right now he's running in fourth.
Yeah, and see, and you got Jesse Nelson right there, 79. He's running sixth, and he rides for that Troy Lee Honda team. Okay, another one of those situations where they're going to groom him to bring him onto the professional team when it's time.
Right. It's an awesome
and they didn't have that back in our days, Ricky.
No.
I mean, especially not in my day. I mean, you came through a little bit later,
yeah.
but I mean, you pretty much were on your own. And I mean, I remember Ricky showed up basically to the first race as a pro, and it's like, wait a second,
yeah.
who is this kid?
Yeah, the amateur programs weren't nothing like that. You know, like the professional race teams, like they didn't have a feeder team, if you will. So look at that.
Yeah, he's
it out
there.
there. So yeah, when you actually make the jump from amateur to pro, you know all the guys, you know all the mechanics, you know how the bikes work, and that's key. And that's why I think these guys are so good when they make the jump now.
Putting in a pretty good time too, a 1:31.3, his best effort. 7.8 seconds in front of Thompson. Cole Thompson holding down second.
That's pretty respectable considering the track isn't as good as it was, say, when, you know, Dungey or Villapoto was on the track. That's pretty respectable.
Coming around to the checkered flag, the first main event getting ready here. Here he is, Zach Bell, checkered flag. He wins main number 1 in impressive fashion for this young man. Lots of more racing coming your way here from Vegas. Stay with us live on Speed.
There are only 2 open spots left in the main events, and we will fill the field when we drop the gate on the LCQ after the break. And later in the show, the fastest Supercross riders in the world line up to compete in 3 10-lap main events. Can anyone take home the Monster Million? Stick around and find out. Ralph, Jeff, Ricky, and Aaron will have the call. It's all ahead when Speed's live coverage of the Monster Energy Cup continues.
The biggest shocker of the night so far here at the Monster Energy Cup is the fact that this man, Kevin Windham, has not gotten a transfer into tonight's 3 main events, which would give him a shot at the Monster Million. Here's how his night has gone so far. Heat number 1, first turn, and the 14 is on the ground.
Not a good way to start off a special event like this. And it would continue on into the semis.
Yeah. Semi number 1 right here, Ricky.
You can see right there, guy falls in front of him. He goes off course, tries to get back on, couldn't catch up and rebound. Look at jumping past as he got up closer to the pack. The riders were a little bit better. Ran out of time, didn't make the transfer spot, so here he is.
Jeff, he's got one more shot. One last chance qualifier. 4 laps. Man. 4 riders will transfer out of here.
You know, guys, Windham is a very Vegas type of guy. We all know that, okay? And every now and then you're down. And then you got to just roll the dice and you got to go for it. And if you want to win anything. In Vegas, Windham is that type of guy. His personality is made for this event.
Oh, yeah.
Look, he's got the GoPro going right there on his chest. I think Windham's going to pull it out. I think he's in a great starting spot. He's towards the inside. But look who else is in here. You've got Blows, Freezy,
Hansen,
Bowers.
Here we go. The last chance qualifier.
Woo. Look at that.
Windham on the inside.
Looking like a 4th.
It's got to be 4th or better. He's in 5th right now behind Blows, trying to work that inside.
Oh, these guys. Look at the players that are up there, Ricky.
Oh, man, this is, I'm telling you, there are no slouches here.
Oh, here he comes now, trying to get around the outside. If he can get one more spot around Blows. Back to the inside.
This is where now the track is tacky, Ricky, and those open turns, okay, this is where it's going to start to get dirty here when you're trying to go for that $1 million.
There it is. That's the transfer spot. That puts him to 4th. Now, can he improve on what will already be a miserable gate pick?
Absolutely. Look, he's going to do it right here. He's going to set him up.
Look who's
go down the
leading
inside. Doesn't make it happen, but he's right there.
Hansen out front. Little Hanny headed toward Monster Mountain. And here comes Windham. He cuts back to the outside at the top of the hill.
Freezy
back to the inside. Freezy just took the line away.
Hey, Freezy's got a reputation, and that is why. He knows it, and he is absolutely going to go for it. This guy is an awesome motorcycle rider, but this type of event is perfect for him.
This is where we're, okay, you guys see what's happening here. Everyone's talking about, oh, it's one line, this and that. Well, notice how when the stakes are getting high, you start seeing all these other alternate lines.
That's
right. There's a little bit of...
Davalos! Oh, down goes Freezy! Freezy is down out of it.
You never see Kevin Windham doing that.
No, only when there's $1 million on the line.
Well, I can tell you right now, Freezy ain't going to win $1 million. He's headed to the house. Load that thing up.
All right, so let's reestablish here. Davalos is out front. Hansen is now into second, and Windham is in third and charging with an attitude. Here it is.
Check this out.
Watch Windham. He goes to the inside. He's already eyeing it up. Gets right in there. Slide. Oh, see ya. Freezy checked up. Freezy should have gone wide.
That was beautiful.
Look at this.
Now watch this. Freezy should have gone wide and stayed with it, but he stopped. Okay, Windham was going to come on the inside. I seen that a little different.
No, but Freezy wasn't being too cool to him in this section. Just before that happened, he had it coming. And
now, would you look at that differently if it was a points race as opposed to an all-star event with $1 million on the line?
yeah, he probably wouldn't have done that at a regular Supercross race, but this isn't a regular Supercross race.
Okay, here we
That's
go.
what's cool about it.
Now, how much more will he do? He's got Little Hansen in front of him. That would be for second. Davalos continues to lead. Bloss right now has the final transfer.
Hey, guys, that replay that we saw of Hansen going down earlier today, that was a bad deal. So the fact that he's even up right now, he could barely walk off the track. The fact that he's on the bike and still in a position to make it here to the main, that's pretty impressive.
And you talk about two guys that really are capable of doing good here in these main events. If they transfer, I mean, they get a good start, you know,
Well, Hansen had a rough day earlier this afternoon, Aaron.
He most definitely did. In fact, when I caught up with him earlier, he said that he did not feel like riding tonight. He only had 4 days on this bike to prepare. He was completely uncomfortable, but he said, if you do see me out there racing tonight, it is because Mitch Payton has forced him to be out here.
Ooh, interesting.
Get out there and ride that bike. Wow. Hey, but he's doing all right now.
Good program, yeah.
He's really good.
Speaking of Mitch Payton, he and Kevin Windham tend to, shall we say, swap money back and forth at times.
Yes.
And they always pay up on those deals when they come to Vegas.
This
coming to Vegas this year, I saw Mitch at the hotel the other night. He said, hey, you got to tell everybody, I owed Kevin Windham $6,012 coming to Vegas. He paid him back just the other day in singles.
I seen it. I seen Kevin last night. He's like, RC, check this out. It was a backpack. The thing was so heavy. I opened it up. It's $6,012 of $1 bills. That's
Note
like,
to self,
right.
don't do any strange dealings with Mitch Payton. Right?
If he don't make the main event tonight, that may be the most money he makes here.
That's right. White flag is out. 1 to go. Okay, now we're fighting for that start position. What can you do? Davalos, Hansen, Windham, and Bloss. They hold the final 4 spots.
I say at this point, if you're Windham, you're not going to jeopardize a transfer position for a better gate pick. You just want to get in the main event the way that the night's going, right?
Yeah. Hard to argue with it.
Come on, guys.
We've seen how good. We've seen how good.
You keep telling us you do. Davalos out front. He knows what he's doing right now, too. He's leading.
I can't wait for these main events because we've seen how good it was just in the LCQ when things had to happen.
Well, and the first one's going to be a barn burner because you have to win the first one to have any shot, right?
Absolutely.
So, we might throw it all away right here in the first one.
Well, and think about this. We've seen what happened in that first turn in the heat race. You know in the main event it's going to get that first turn is going to be really intense. If you're one of these riders here that's coming out of the LCQ, you're lined up way to the rider's right, okay? Man, if there's a pile up and you can sneak around, I mean, here we go.
This for the transfer spot.
Closing in on Bloss. That is for the final transfer. Aranda's on that 206. There's Davalos.
Hey, Davalos heading to the final turn here.
Good battle behind him. Checkered flag. Davalos is going. Who's going to get those spots? Hansen's in. Windham's in. Bloss just gets to the line.